Sir, may I start? Good afternoon, respected all. Welcome you all in the fourth day of FDP, that is on innovation in pharmacy education and application of AI, enhancing teaching learning practices in collaboration with Society of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. I wholeheartedly welcome today's speaker, Dr. Suresh Thareja, sir. For further proceeding, I would like to introduce today's speaker. Dr. Suresh Thareja, sir, is currently working as a professor and head Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Natural Products, School of Health Sciences, Central University of Punjab, Bathinda. Sir is having more than 15 years research and teaching experience. Sir has done his postdoctorate from Georgia State University, Atlanta in 2017 and PhD from Punjab University, Chandigarh. Sir has been awarded with Raman Postdoc Fellowship and Senior Research Fellowship of ICMR. Sir, research area is computer-aided drug design and synthesis of novel chemical entities, natural product modification, and computer-aided drug design. Sir has received number of prestigious research grant from DST SERB, SRG, RSM, CUP Bhatinda, ICMR grant, AICT, and UGC grant. Sir is the member of number of professional bodies like American Chemical Society, lifetime member of Indian Pharmacy Graduate Association, and many more. Sir has professionally recognized as a recipient of Research Award by Central University of Punjab and received top 2% global recognition by Stanford University list. Sir, welcome at the platform of ISF College of Pharmacy.
Yeah,
Over to sir.
yeah. Thank you, Dr. Sant Kumar Verma. Thanks for really nice introduction. And first of all, I'm thankful to Professor G.D. Gupta, sir, Director, ISF College of Pharmacy, under the leadership of which you people are conducting this FDP. It's really indeed a achievement. Like you are having that leader who is guiding you to reach up to this level, and you people have really worked hard. So, with respect to my presentation for today, so I was chosen like on the basis of title of the FDP. So my title for the talk of the day is artificial intelligence in drug discovery. So like the theme was AI in pharmaceutical education. So drug discovery is one of the key aspect of pharmaceutical education. Pharmaceutical person, a pharmacist, is basically concerned with only one thing, that is called as drug. So my focus for the day is how we're going to use artificial intelligence in drug discovery. So in order to understand the artificial intelligence, we should be knowing some terminology which are very, very important. Like we have just started this AI concept in Central University of Punjab. So we are trying this thing. We achieved some success, but it's very starting phase. No one knows what will happen in the future, whether we're going to get success or we're going to get the failure. But see, AI alone will not going to serve the purpose. It's a human learning, human knowledge, the human brain is also a very, very important aspect in drug discovery. So we just need a combination of two in order to achieve the success. So first of all, what is artificial intelligence? It's basically it refers to simulation of human intelligence process by machine. So it will going to include, artificial intelligence is incomplete without a term called as machine learning. So machine learning is very, very important. So what it includes is a subset of artificial intelligence that helps computer to learn from the data. So like we people are saying we can use AI for this thing, AI for that thing. But before that, the most important thing in success of any AI app is the data which you are feeding into the system. So that approach is actually known as, is called as machine learning. It will going to include the data which will going to put, then the algorithm which will going to use the data, analyze the data, then identify the pattern, and then it will be able to make the prediction. That is very, very important from the AI point of view. So AI, this ML is an essential component of this artificial intelligence. So whatsoever we're going to feed to the computer, like we are training some kids at home. So whatsoever we're going to train to the kids, they will going to give the final product will be based on that learning only. So similarly here also in artificial intelligence, whatsoever we're going to feed into the computer, whatsoever data, whatsoever algorithm, based on that it will going to identify the pattern and finally it will going to predict the result. So this process will going to include learning, reasoning, problem solving approach, the perception, the language understanding. And these AI tools nowadays, they are essential part. If I'm going to ask this thing from there are so many audience here. So so like how you people are using AI in daily routine life. Someone may be using like chat gpt, other are using like Gemini, which is available with the Google, or you can have Meta AI from so the easiest one is from web WhatsApp, this WhatsApp. So you can ask any question, it will going to give you answer. Now who will going to decide the answer is correct or wrong? So based on the data which is available on the web, it is basically artificial. These I'm talking about these these artificial intelligence search engines. So what they will going to give you, they will going to give you all the information based on the which is available on the web. So like if sometimes what may happen if you like I will go, I can give you more one example which I have done. Like I want to write something about a renowned personality whose name is common with means having similarity with other person. So when you will going to do that type of exercise, like I want to say, please write a brief introduction about a well-known name. Like you can take any name which is well-known. So what it will going to do, it will combine all those well-known persons, and then we're going to generate a summary out of that. So whatsoever you want, the input is very very important. The question which we are going to ask to these AI engines, they are very very important in order to get the success. And that is also very very important for in pharmaceutical drug discovery also. So in pharmaceutical drug discovery, what we are concerned with, what we are bothered with, we are bothered with the basically we are starting this drug discovery process with the target. So if our
Sir,
target is in,
excuse me,
yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Sir,
sorry.
we are on that title slide. You have moving the slides.
So this slide is not visible to you, AI in pharmaceutical industry.
No, 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 sir. We are on a still title slide.
Now it's
Yes,
visible.
yes. This. Yes, sir.
I don't
Now,
know.
no.
It should be like that. Just wait.
It is okay, sir.
So how much time we are having today, Dr. San?
Sir, 45 to 50 minutes. Up to 1 hour, you can go, sir.
Okay. So now it's visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next slide.
It is still, it is on AI in pharmaceutical industry, sir. Yes, sir. It is now moving.
So like I guess it's staying in this mode only. Something. So so if you're going to see this thing, how you're going to program a thing, we are having a very renowned. Actually, I forgot about that person. I don't know if you can adjust a lecture for that AI person, because you're the theme of the this FDP is AI. We are having Professor Satvinder Singh, who is having this master. He's master in artificial intelligence. He's basically working in collaboration with us, and we are developing some of these output which we're going to discuss today. So he has developed that deep learning modules using this machine learning. So they are having that algorithm, this neural networks. So they have done all the things, then they converted into natural language processing. So they have done all the things, and he's an expert in it. So you need that person who will going to create basic work for you, the background work. The background work is done by only a person with having proficiency in computer language. So it's feasible, I guess. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
So, so you what you will going to use in artificial intelligence? We're going to utilize machine learning algorithms and neural network to process the complex biomedical data. Sometimes there's so many application which you will going to find here, artificial intelligence you can use for drug discovery, you can use for pharmaceutical nanotechnology, you can use for 3D printing, so PKPD modeling, drug analysis. So it's very easy to say the purpose is to AI's driven system is to streamline this clinical trial. You have to minimize the human error. That is a major objective of using uh, any AI engine. But the problem with the AI engine is is I told you initially also, whatsoever input you will going to provide, the finally output you will going to get. Like the recent study we have done is we have studied the various mRNA patterns responsible for breast cancer. So there's those so many mRNAs which are involved in this cancer pathogenesis. So this neural network or machine learning, we were able to identify the key mRNAs which are responsible for development of this breast cancer. So like that type of application, then you can link this artificial intelligence with the disease, like the disease pattern. For example, the biomedical application where you can study basically a particular event, you can feed into the system, and then based on the symptoms or based on the features, it will going to automatically will going to predict the result for you. So that type of studies are still going on. So just put the charger. So like I told you, today we're going to discuss only about how we're going to use artificial intelligence in drug discovery. So actually, if you're going to Google it, this thing, like how you're going to start drug discovery. The actual thing is a old story. Drug discovery will always going to start with the disease selection, then the target disease target selection, lead discovery, medicine, chemistry, in vivo studies, vitro studies, in vivo studies, clinical trials. So it's a very, very costly affair. It will going to take almost 10 to 15 years to complete this drug discovery, and approximately it costs 1 to 1 billion USD with a time period of 10 to 15 years. But how are you going to reduce this timeline now? This is a traditional drug discovery. I mean, lots of lectures you must have heard about this drug discovery process. But question is all about how you're going to reduce this timeline. So you can reduce this timeline with the help of AI tools. So you can apply these AI tools starting with the target selection. You can even use in lead discovery. You can even use in medicinal chemistry, in vivo studies, in vitro studies, and clinical trials. So at every stage, you can apply these AI tools, AI and ML based on this. Basically, both are complementary. This ML is actually the part of AI. So you can use this tool, and then you can achieve success in terms of drug discovery. So, classical drug discovery people used to rely on natural product, the serendipity, biosystem, rational design. So this is rational approach which you people can use for drug discovery. So you can use AI and ML, and with the help of AI and ML tool, the chances of failure they will be very, very less. So the question arises, how are you going to do that? So for example, if we want to do this thing, like where to apply, we can apply at the initial stage in terms of target selection, validation of targets. So if you're going to ask, I can ask a simple question from my Meta AI from WhatsApp. Which one is the best target? I suppose I'm working on I'm a young budding researcher. I'm starting my career. I want to work in the area of breast cancer. So what is the best target for how to start research in the area of breast cancer? So it will going to give you the best target. From where it will going to start take the information, it will take the information whatsoever available in the web, on the literature. Based on that, it will going to give you this thing. But it's your human mind, human brain, that will going to suggest you, yes, breast cancer is of different type. It can be this as a hormonal breast cancer, it can be the HER2 plus or it can be triple negative. So that is one of the decision making process. So always the decision making will always be there. So this, you need an integration of AI with the human brain, then only you will going to achieve the success. Otherwise, uh, it's like a big sea and you don't know where you will going to go. So that it's very very important to combine your theoretical knowledge with the help of AI tools in order to achieve the success. So you can use these AI tools in basic research, step one, where you can identify hit molecules. You can even nowadays with the advancement of these AI tools, you can predict the proposed synthetic routes. And this is very much valuable for medicinal chemists. Initially, with the help of human brain, we used to think about, yes, this step we can do like that, we can add this one, what condition we can use. And with the help of AI tools, AI tool will going to tell you, yes, in this type of reaction you can use this type of catalyst, see this solvent, and how much time it will going to take. You will going to get each and every answer to your question. But again, I told you initially only, the machine learning, the input is very very important. So whatsoever input you will going to put, based on that you will going to get output. If the input is wrong, you will it will going to refer some literature which is uh, that is not reliable or that is not reproducible, then you will going to get the wrong result. So this is easy thing. You can deviate from your target very very easily if you're going to rely alone on AI. But with the help of uh, well designed model, you can use AI in a very positive direction. This is how you can reduce this 10 to 15 this period of the drug discovery to you can reduce from 10 to 50 to only 1.5 to 2 years. So that is very very big achievement in AI drug discovery. So so there are so many data banks which are available, like I told you initially, for if I'm going to say about the chemical structure. So these database are available, their properties are available, their smileys are available. So but what AI does, it basically create a model. This must have heard about this regression, the clustering. So based on that, it will going to classify it and will going to give you best application. So you can see the application in today we're going to discussing only in drug discovery, but you can use in toxicity prediction, you can use for clinical design, you can use for pharmaceutical analysis, hit identification, you can use in nanomedicines. Now we people are saying this is computer, this approach is very very new, like this AI and ML. Actually we are using this one, but since past since 1980s, the CAD concept was introduced, and there were so many techniques which are which were we were using in CAD. Those are also part of this my understanding. We can use those tools are also already were there, and they were the part of this AI and ML, where we are creating a input based on some understanding, like in docking we are putting some scoring algorithm so that we can predict how a molecule is actually mimic or how it is going to bind with the target. So you can screen large library of compounds. So this is there are so many web servers which are available readily. You can just give the input and it will going to give you the output in terms of binding, in terms of its safety, in terms of efficacy, in terms of admit. So there are so many things which it will going to predict for you. So those tools are readily available, but now this has become really advanced. So what now AI and ML, we just recently completed one workshop with Schrodinger. So they are implementing this as a part of their maestro module. So what they are doing, they are incorporating these AI and ML algorithms in addition to this one, in order to further define the process of drug discovery. If previously we were using our human brain, we are processing the things. So now with the help of AI ML tool, no need to think about the thing. Just you can give the input and finally you will going to get the result. So with the help of these tools, you can reduce the chances of failure at the last stages. Basically, last stages of trials. Most of the drug molecule, they get failed in the later stages of clinical trial, the phase 3. It's very cost, it affects the company very, very badly if it molecule got failed in last stage of clinical trial, because there's so much money involved. Yeah, if it get failed initial stage like preclinical or clinical stage 1, then it's not that costly affair. But when it will reach up to the phase 3, then it get failed, it affects everyone. So what we don't want to reach up to that stage. Now if I'm going to ask with these AI tools, I want to design a molecule on suppose on breast cancer, suppose on diabetes. So computer, these tools will going to help me, will going to provide me initial clue, but it's a human brain which you require, in combination with these AI tools in order to achieve the success. So this is well known thing, like where you are using various technique, various crystallographic structures, the homology modeling is involved. Then you can have hit compound pools, and you can do this bioassay, you can even do this synthesis. So all these technique like ligand-based pharmacophore, the structure-based technique like drugability prediction, the docking, the structure-based pharmacophore, the molecular dynamics, the de novo. So initially we used to do everything. Still we are doing everything, but in the future, if we're going to see the future in next 10 years, the tools will be available to everyone. So anyone which will not be having a background of this knowledge, basic knowledge of this technique like the docking, the simulation, the de novo design, they can also utilize these tools, these artificial intelligence tool, in order to accelerate this drug discovery process, and in order to reduce the failure at the later stages of clinical trial. So we are already having these are the techniques which you can use for determining the structure of target. What you can do, these are the technique. Now with the help of AI tools, for example, if I want to do X-ray crystallography, just simply you just need a diffraction pattern. So when you will be having a diffraction pattern, directly the system will going to generate the structure for you. This is the latest advancement which is happening now. Up to this period, people are using the screening based on the predicting the structure based on the library. But now researcher across the globe, they are working in this area in order to develop a basically a neural network with the help of machine learning, through which they can predict the structure based on the diffraction pattern. Same with the help of NMR. NMR is very useful for all of us. We can determine the structure of NMR with the help of human brain. But can you imagine a NMR system will generate structures for you based on the input or whatsoever data available? So now up to this stage, like the era in which people are living, it is screening the library of compounds. But now people are working in this on this AI tools, so that no need to use human brain. Directly it will going to predict the structures for you. It will going to tell you the complete story of a molecule based on a NMR structure. And same with the help of electron density microscope, where it will going to read this electron density. Based on that, it will going to generate structures for you. So these are the latest advancement which people are working, and there are so many drugs which have been already discovered through this structure based drug design approach. And this is like people were applying their knowledge, and with the help of these tools they were working on it. But still these drug takes so much time to come into the market. But with the help of these tools, upcoming tools, you can reduce this timeline to very, very significantly low amount with a lots of success. So our objective is, we can we implement this one with the success. So then we can use homology modeling also. So in homology modeling, we can use these tools, and we can generate the structure of any protein which is not available. So this is another application of AI which can be used in drug discovery in order to predict the structure of a protein which is not available in the the structure which is not available in the protein data bank. So a protein data bank is actually a cluster of that thing. So in protein data bank, you will going to find so many protein structures. So there's it's a collection of protein structures. So with the help of AI tools, it will going to just find out the best protein for you. If you're going to ask, still you will going to ask which is the can you tell me the best PDB ID for a particular target like aromatase or as any other target. You can give the target to these tools, and they will going to give you some hint. And now it's up to you. Can you rely on that? So you need to ask this question: why are you going to rely on this? What about the resolution of this particular protein? What about there are so many criteria. Which criteria we need to take care? See, theoretically we are teaching each and everything to all the students, but now the era is changed, and it's not the students. They are relying more on these tools. So sometime what happened, they are learning whatsoever question is coming in their mind. They are asking the question from these tools and they are getting an answer. Then they come to us in the classroom and they will going to say, this is the correct one. So that is over reliance on this technology. So there this classroom teaching plays a very, very crucial role, where we can correct the students that we should not over rely on these tools, right? We have to use our basic knowledge also in combination with the whatsoever prediction these tools are giving to us in order to get the better result. So you can see there are so many servers. So based on these algorithms, they have created these servers, and these servers are actually creating output for you. So you can predict the structure of any protein with the help of these servers. So this is really advancement in the area of homology modeling. Then docking, molecular docking is very, very important technique. With the help of docking, you can predict which molecule will going to bind best with the target. So you will going to ask the software which molecule will going to ask an artificial intelligence engine. So which molecule will going to bind best with the particular PDB. So for that thing, you need to train the model first. Like based on literature, it will going to generate result for you that this, as per this literature, this molecule is binding with a particular this much score. But that is not the best way. No, people are working, like I told you, Schrodinger people. They are coming up with this module now, where no need to go do anything, just directly give the input of that I want to dock this molecule with this particular protein, and it will going to give you the best one molecule which will going to bind best with the target. So this is a really good advancement, but still you need to find out, you need to consider there's so many forms of docking, like the razor docking is there, the flexible docking is there. So machine, you need to train the machine in that way, so that it will going to use all those things. It will take into consideration all those concepts. Then they will go to generate this thing for you, the best results for you. It will also take into consideration the Lipinski rules and other things. Now, MD simulation, this era of simulation is going on. People are using those computational powers. You need that computational power in order to produce the simulation. So you can predict the complex stability with the help of simulation. Now the problem arises, you need that computational power, so you know require those GPUs and other things. So that is a very costly affair, along with the algorithms for this molecular simulation. That is very costly affair. But now what's going on in this thing? Like we are working on one of the project. So we are working on this thing. So how come we can reduce that? I mean, can we do that type of thing in the background, like maybe some cloud-based application where we can do this thing, or directly just giving the input based on the learning thing, can we get the output? So that is a very challenging task which people are working on. So with the help of simulation, we can with the help of artificial intelligence, an era will come, so that they can reduce this timeline, and to get this one. So in artificial intelligence, like you can do pre-docking screening, you can do post-docking screening, the post rescoring, the post-docking screening, the post rescoring, the molecular dynamics, and there are so many ligand-based approach which we can also do with the help of AI tools. So I told you earlier also. So input is very very important, all these things, the algorithm, the score algorithm which you are going to use, the search algorithm which you will going to use. So you need knowledge of each and everything. You need knowledge of all these concept, and you need to integrate these concept into neural network, and based on which you can generate a AI tool which you can imply use for these predictions. Now, de novo design. This is, a recent concept people are using de novo design, but still is very limited applications are there because we can't afford Lodi, which is a very costly affair for with a costly program. So it's the best approach which people are can use for drug discovery. But the question will going to arise whether this can we generate that type of concept where it will going to generate directly structure out of a protein. So you need that type of algorithm. So people they are relying, they are generating that type of algorithm. Based on this, it will going to generate a structure base which is complementary to the active site, and will going to bind with the active site. So it's like a molecule which is coming out of a protein. So it's like a baby of particular protein. So if it is coming out of a protein, then can we that molecule will be very very selective. If you're going to talk that molecule, so will be you will going to get the efficacy of that thing also. So that is another concept which people are using in AI. So this is what I was talking about. So you need a database, you need to process the data in deep generative models you have, then you can have drug candidates. So the even you can validate your whatsoever input you got. You can validate through these wet lab valid experiments, and finally you will going to get the drug molecule. Virtual screening. No, virtual screening is very, very important. Basically, if I'm going to say it's more useful for every researcher, it may be of pharmaceutics or pharmacology. So everyone is using this virtual screening where they can screen large library of compounds, and simultaneously you can apply so many filters here in that algorithm, the AI algorithm too. So just implement these filters, and you will going to get the productive predictivity in very less time. The thing is like the chances of failure will be very very low. So in indirect approach, so during our workshop the question was asked, so can we implement this ligand based approach in in terms of artificial intelligence, machine learning? So question so we discussed this thing also. So if you can generate like QSAR, QSAR is well-known technique where you can correlate biological activity with the physicochemical property. So if you can do that type of thing, it's very great concept where you can directly predict the biological activity just giving the input. You can just give the input of your molecule directly based on the well trained model. Like you first you need to develop a model in the lab, that for antibacterial activity, for the anti-cancer activity you got a model. You just train the model, just feed the model into the system, and then that system will going to utilize that model, and directly it will going to predict activity, sorry, output for you. So that model, if you're going to implement AI in that terms, that will be really good for drug discovery process. There are tools like Comfa, Comsia. They basically the license were there, but nowadays they've taken it back. So since this patent has been expired for Comfa, Comsia, so it's in public domain now. So so this is how you can use. So you can do this data collection and cleaning. You can do generate the molecular descriptor, data reprocessing, then data splitting, the training set, the validation, the algorithm, the cross validation, the metric evaluation. So you can implement each and everything. So these tools are these algorithms are already available in these softwares. Thing is all about we just need to train the machine, then we can feed those enter those model for particular biological activity, and based on that we can get a best model. So you can have a field based, you can have the Gaussian based. These are the latest 3D QSAR technique which are available in the Schrodinger software. So this is workflow. So you can integrate AI with the QSAR. This is what I was talking about. You can have human insight. You can have model interpretation. You will be having model, then you can apply model, and then finally, with the help of deep learning, it will going to generate the model, and finally, you will going to get the output. And you at every stage of drug discovery, you need human insight. Without human insight, it's not possible to achieve 100% success. So when you will going to integrate human knowledge along with the machine knowledge, machine learning, so definitely you will going to get the success. It's the same concept. The pharmacophore mapping is also a ligand-based approach, and people are using now. They are not only developing a pharmacophore; they are using that pharmacophore which is generated in terms of pharmacophore which is generated. They can apply this pharmacophore also for predicting the biological activity of the, you can screen a library of compound using a particular pharmacophore. So that is another thing which currently we people are using, but with the help of AI. So we will going to implement this AI into this one. We can identify the potential hits uh, very effectively. So in pharmacophore model, we can generally use implement. So the ideal requirement for this type of algorithm is we just need to train our machine for a particular pharmacophoric model for a particular biological activity. So based on this particular biological this pharmacophore, it may generate more. So thing like you may get a molecule scaffold, you can get a structure scaffold for that one for particular biological activity through these tools, or you can screen your molecule whatsoever input you want to have for that particular thing. So based on like this one, the flow chart, you can see you can have so many drug candidates. Finally you can have potential hit through this of implementing all these protocols. So these AI tools, this pharmacokinetic, pharmacodynamic, they are, very much responsible. Later stages of failure mainly are attributed to this failure in clearing this ADME thing. So, and this absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion, they are, crucially responsible for success of any clinical trial. So with the help of AI, we can predict the ADME pattern of any molecule before entering into the trials, so that we can improve early stage drug screening and reducing the clinical trial failure. So machine learning protocols, they can predict drug likeness, they can predict toxicity, they can predict biological activity, bioavailability with a high accuracy. So you can have tools like Deep Admit Labs, Swiss ADME platform like IBM Watson for drug discovery, Swiss Schrodinger Quick Pro, along with in silico ADME admit. So there is well-known software which is available to everyone is Volsurf. So Volsurf is one of the tool that can, is effectively predicting. So what's my understanding up to this moment is, well, this the accuracy of Volsurf is very very high, and since the accuracy high, industry people, they are relying on this software for predicting the ADME of any molecule before entering into the trial. So AI will not only reduce, this theme is like it will not going to reduce the time and the cost. It will going to reduce our effort that, and we can reduce the timeline of any drug discovery process. So so AI in academia drug discovery. So I told you already, you can use it for target identification. You can use for virtual screening. Then drug repurposing is another important aspect where you can use, you can identify the potential drug candidates. You can repurpose a already approved drug for another clinical indication. That is drug repurposing. So you can use these AI tools for identifying the new therapeutic uses for existing drug, enabling cost-effective solution in academic setting. Then predictive modeling also you can do in academia setup. That is very very important. This is the reason I put this slide, because you know uh, from academic background, this AI is very very important. it will going to save lots of time. And the major thing is it's all about cost and money involved in drug discovery, so we can reduce that also. Simultaneously, you can have data mining and hypothesis generation that can be done with the help of this literature and database to guide experimental research. So people are saying what is the success of what is about success of drug discovery in academia. So there are so many drugs which have been discovered, and there was one molecule which was actually discovered in Punjab University, Chandigarh, and name of the molecule is chandonium iodide, which is actually a neuromuscular blocker, and the name was put on the name of city Chandigarh. It was discovered by a professor, the team of Professor Kishan Singh. So that was a major achievement of drug discovery from Indian academic point of view. Other than that, there are so many other achievements, like you can see Texols are there, the SARS are there. Recently, you must have seen the vaccine, the Oxford vaccine, which was there during the this Corona period. So there are so many examples which we're going to see of drug discovery from the academia. So there are so many drugs which have been discovered from 2021. Now the so these all these pharma companies, so you're going to see this trend is changing every day. So this is a very old update of this one. So you're going to see the pharma company, they are implementing these tools in order to get this in order to achieve the success, and in terms of drug discovery. A drug can change the fortune of any company. Like the well known is Lipitor was there. Lipitor, which is actually a torvastatin, it was a $1 billion baby for Pfizer. Patent got expired, and the value was nothing afterwards. So there are things which we need to take into consideration. So if every pharma company is putting so much efforts in drug discovery process, the major aim is to achieve the success. So in summary, what I will going to say, you need data mining, you need network analysis, you need machine learning, you need all these technique in combination. Then you can predict any drug molecule, even like application in disease prediction also there. So then also you can study the target, the binding interaction with of any molecule with the target. You can even use in docking, you can do for ligands similarity. One of the important thing which I would like to give emphasis here is about the natural product. There's so many, we are our indigenous knowledge is so much high. We know there are so many natural products which are available. So if we can work in that particular domain where we can integrate AI and creating such a machine learning model, so where we can predict the biological activity of any natural product, prior to testing in the lab. So because the database is so much big, so that will be very very valuable for our research. Then at the end, what I will going to say, AI and ML, they are very very important, but they can't replace the human mind. So in order to replace human brain, they are actually tools which have been developed by the humans in order to support the humans, but they can't replace. There's major problem nowadays in the world is these tools are replacing the humans. Like if I'm going to say this AI and ML in teaching, so can AI and ML, machine learning, so whether they can replace humans, sorry, teachers in the classroom? So that is a big question in front of us. Like if you're going to see after 10 years, can AI tool replace a teacher in the classroom? So as per basically the neural network, the machine learning, we're going to teach each and everything which is available in the literature. So whether it will going to give you the best result, the actual correct result which is available. So that is a big question in front of all of us. So it will going to cost. There are so many limitations also. It may cost the you know the whole world is facing this fear now. Okay, means in terms of job cutting, that is a major fear with this AI and ML tool. Yes, it will going to reduce the manpower use of manpower. So it will going to reduce the timeline. It will going to reduce the money, the cost factor involved. So there were so many benefits it's having, but so every technique it's always comes with the pros and cons. So same is with this AI and ML tools. So effectively, as per from my point of view, we have to use in conjugation, combination of these tools in with the human insight, human knowledge in order to achieve the success, especially in the area of pharmaceuticals. Like, people are using, like in Amazon, they are using those robotic techniques in order to deliver the product. So, if you're going to use, say, we're going to say, can you, any tool, can you prescribe this medicine for blood pressure or diabetes? So they will going to give you all the options, and they will going to say this is the best one. But you can't replace a doctor, which will basically will study each and every parameter. Then only it will going to generate tell what is the best medicines for you. So that is altogether different. So what we need is we need a combination of both the human mind as well as artificial intelligence tool in order to achieve the success. So thank you so much everyone for patience listening.
Thank you, sir. Uh, I would like to invite Director, sir,
I
for
guess
his comment. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite Director, sir, for his comment.
डॉक्टर संजी आपने धर्म संकट में फंसा दिया कि कमेंट इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट जॉब टू मी सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई एम थैंकफुल टू डॉक्टर थरेजा जी for accepting our invitation and provide this opportunity to our faculty member, student, as well as this lecture available on our YouTube channel. So most probably throughout the country peoples they can be connect and they will take the benefit of this types of the talk. So obviously, it is a wonderful lecture. You have given each and everything in a technical manner. Application of artificial intelligence in the drug discovery. So obviously, one of the most important component in the part of the discovery. And yesterday, I was talking one of the person. He is the talking that what I will do for our child so that it can be grow very fast and he want to take the give the admission of the candidate in the computer science what he
yes.
is the worried about that what happened after the 4 year when the AI come to in the market तो जो आज की डेट में जो फियर फैक्टर एआई का बहुत ज्यादा चल गया है सो आई होप दैट कि जितने भी साइंटिस्ट हैं या जितने भी लोग इसको लेक्चर को सुना है दिस इज द एप्लीकेशन आई हैव आस्क्ड वन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन एंड गिवन द थिंग्स लाइक दैट कि जितनी चीजें हैं वो हमारी फैसिलिटीज हैं वो लाइफ नहीं है लेट अस कंसीडर इफ हैव द एसी देन दिस इज द फैसिलिटीज दिस इज नॉट अ लाइफ जिनके पास एसी नहीं है क्या वो जिंदा नहीं है तो दिमाग से इस पिक्चर को हटा दें नो बडी एंड नो एनी मशीन रिप्लेस द ह्यूमन बीइंग because it is generated by the human being so if any person if develop one of the machine then obviously you have the capacity to develop the another advanced to the advanced technology so you can apply these types of the things not to the dependent like that जैसे एक कई बार एक ये होता है 10,000 कदम चलिए तो आपका हार्ट नहीं जाएगा मैंने एक आज तक खबर नहीं देखी है कि जो 10,000 चलता रहा उसका हार्ट फेल नहीं हुआ खबर उल्टी ये आती है 10 की जगह वो 11 चल गया जोश खा गया 6 की जगह
Yes.
10 चल गया और निकल गया तो मशीन डोंट टू द कंपेयर विद द ब्रेन मशीन एंड बॉडी लाइक दैट तो टेक्नोलॉजी में यूज करें इंजॉय करें और उसको बेस्ट टू बेस्ट सुटेबल एंड फिजिबिलिटी के अकॉर्डिंगली ह्यूमन बीइंग की कंफर्ट जोन को कितना अच्छा और कर सकती है without
Yes.
consuming time
Yes, sir.
I feel that it will be the very useful and the purpose behind of the AI in the discovery what types of the molecule you are the developed or you are the synthesized it will be the help to reduce the time to reduce the chemicals and to helpful to protect the environment because our Vardi Prime Minister always mentioned the Z value zero effect zero defect local to vocal to global so you can apply each and every this types of the application Dr. Sir, Thareja sir, he have the taken each and every things in the very minute way. So I thank you very much, sir, because I know that I am not understanding too much in the pharmaceutical chemistry. What I just only have taken the things, what you have the relate the things, how we can use, how we can utilize these things for the purification of the compound, for the application in the disease, or for the application in the manufacturing system. In the yesterday, I have given and mentioned one word of the very, very important. Our government of India, they have provided the opportunity to scientists, and this is the especially through the Himachal government. They are providing the place for the API. They are providing the
Yes.
place for the API near of the 240 of the API, 83 of the intermediate. Out of 83 is the 23. So any person if have the capability and want to establish a one of the unit in the Himachal Pradesh with the near about zero value of the cost of the, you can see the land, you can apply the artificial intelligence, and you can apply the things to synthesize even the paracetamol. And one of the scientists given that during the COVID, paracetamol cost was the increase up to the 1600,
Yes.
16,000 rupees kilo or 100 rupees. Nowadays this is the available in the 250, 350 or 60, 650 rupees kilo, like that. So India want to dependent on the API. India want to dependent upon the intermediates. So this is the moral responsibility of the each and every pharmaceutical chemistry peoples to develop very sharp molecule, high level of the yield, high level of the purity with the minimum cost, so that we can fight with the global market. So thank you very much, sir, and thanks to the organizing committee to provide the opportunity to interact one of the dedicated, dynamic, young scientist, Professor Thareja ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you,
Uh,
everyone.
it, Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.